Still very much acting within the range, scope, boundary jurisdiction. Come alive, get on board on this sporting platform. Join me on Offside with Olalekan Efficient. On Offside, we give it to you the way you want it. We take it deep, we even go more deeper. We bring you the action and excitement, where it's going down and how it went down. Join me on this super dial as I take you around the world of sports. For sponsorship and advert, you can call 070 35 41 51 92. Stay on Offside the smart way. Fantastic time to all the listeners at home. Welcome to another edition of your favorite sport program, Offside with Olalekan Efficient. And of course, wow, it was a shocking one yesterday. It was a shocking one, unthinkable and unexpected. Well, I was dazed yesterday because I said on the show yesterday that it's going to be a win-win for both sides. As far as the UEFA Champions League quarter-final second leg is concerned, who would have thought that AS Roma will have scored 3 goals against almighty Barcelona with the presence of General himself, Lionel Messi, Luis Suarez and other teammates. It was a fantastic and electrifying one yesterday in Italy, and of course it shows that as far as sport is concerned, football in particular, anything can happen. Of course, on the other part, Liverpool make sure they did the needful. They just put the icing on the cake yesterday to make sure that they qualify for the semi-final of the UEFA Champions League. They defeated Manchester City 2-1 in front of their home fans at the Etihad Stadium. Of course, Manchester City got the first goal courtesy of Gabriel Jesus at the second minute. People thought it would have been a very good one, that City is going to do another pull up another surprise, but until the second half, Mohamed Salah got that strike at the 56th minute, and Firmino carried it out at the 77th minute. But it's just so I was so I don't know, it was very emotional for me because going back to the Italy, when that final whistle was blew, the atmosphere was electrifying. It was electrifying. We're going to talk more about the UEFA Champions League, what happened yesterday night, and then of course I got the news, of course, what is happening. I'm going to bring you up to the speed of what is happening as far as Gold Coast in Australia is concerned. Yeah, good one for Team Nigeria. Yes, but bad one for the Tigers. They crashed out in the last round. They lost their last game to Scotland, and but it's just a reflection of the crisis happening back home with the Basketball Federation. As far as Nigerian Basketball Federation is concerned, I think that's the same. The home end has spread over to the players. It was a bad one. 4 games. We lost all the 4 games. We lost every one of it. No opportunity to win any medal as far as basketball is concerned. But let's hope that next time they should get back home and prepare for another tournament as far as basketball is concerned, but we're going to pay tribute to the Paralympics. They've been doing Nigerian proud. But the good one for me, as far as the 2018 Commonwealth is concerned, that all the powerlifting, categories, Nigeria clear all the golds in that category. All the clear all 4 powerlifting gold medals becomes to Nigeria. I think it's a good one. It's an opportunity for the Nigerian government to properly recognize these guys, and some of them have been talking that they want an audience with the Nigerian president, because after the tournament like this, they will be left alone. Some of them will go back to the street taking care of themselves. We are going to give you details of what is happening as far as Commonwealth game is concerned. Don't forget, as I said yesterday, that this weekend, this Saturday, there's going to be a boxing tournament sponsored by GoTV. 7 bouts and 2 international fights. We can't wait for that one to commence. And of course, don't forget, countdown to Russia 2018 FIFA World Cup in Russia. 64 days to go. 64 days to go to that big sport football festival in Russia. And of course, it's a good one. The Nigeria will also be part of that one. Of course, we're going to tell you every other news that surrounds the preparations. So many people are talking in the camp of Nigeria, about what needs to be done. Amulike is saying that Eagle needs a proper number 9 striker to support Igalo, and of course, and so many other things. As far as transfer is concerned, it's possible Tony Mafia might be looking at the exit as far as Manchester United is concerned. These are many more news we have brought home for your listening pressure today. But first, let's go on this very short break, and when we come back, Offside with Olalekan efficient. Alright, welcome back from that very short break, and of course, let me take you straight to what's happening as far as UEFA Champions League quarter-final matches that went down yesterday night. Of course, one at the Etihad Stadium in England and the other one in faraway Italy. Of course, don't forget, I told you earlier that Manchester City lost to Liverpool, and it was a very emotional one. Salah sent red into the Champions League's semi-final as Pep Guardiola sees red. He was sent to the stand yesterday, and of course, that very man Mikel Arteta make his first it was a first debut as a manager in charge of Manchester City. Well, anyhow you want to see it, but at some point when Pep Guardiola was sent to the stand, the former Arsenal man Mikel Arteta was the one who stood at the touchline. Of course, it looked a little bit more unbalanced. He looks a little bit so scared because I'm not sure he actually knew what to do. But it was very dramatic. I think the behavior of Pep Guardiola was basically uncalled for. I know there's a lot of emotions that go into games like this, and then of course at the press conference, Guardiola said he was only telling the referee that second goal, that second attempt by Mane, supposed to be a goal, but it was ruled offside. A lot of people have been checking if truly that attempt was offside or not, but when I look at it critically, the law of the game said that there must be two players in front of you, but in that case, the keeper of Manchester City has already run out to push the ball. It was only a Manchester City player and perhaps a one defender in between, and his leg has even crossed the line. So for me, it's an offside, but this is football. Some referee might allow it to pass, but in that very crucial encounter, it will have been a procedural error for allowing such a goal to count. But Pep Guardiola was sent to the stand. Of course, it's not going to be. He has joined the league of managers. Have been sent to the stand. As Wenger has been sent to the stand countless times, and even at the EPL, likewise also Mourinho and some other managers. So Pep Guardiola had his own fair share of being sent to the stand, and of course Mohamed Salah break Manchester United record. Liverpool booked their place in the Champions League semi-final for the first time in a decade, in the process to beat a long-standing record held by Manchester United. Roberto Firmino's goal was Liverpool's 33rd goal of the current campaign, one better than United total in 2002-2003, meaning Jurgen Klopp's side have now enjoyed the most prolific season in Europe Premier club competition of any English side, leading 3-0 from the first leg at Anfield. And a week ago, Liverpool made the worst possible start to the second leg of their quarter-final tie against Manchester City, with Gabriel Jesus hauling his side back into the contest in 2 minutes. Liverpool withered at the subsequent storm a bit slightly, and they was able to calm things down in second half. Watching that game yesterday, it was a very, very dramatic one for me. I thought Manchester City should have gone like 2 goals up, 3 goals up in first half, because Liverpool wasn't they were not in that game, at least for the first half. I think they have just 2 shots on target, and that 2 shots on target came in from that man Oxlade-Chamberlain. I expect City should have make use of the opportunity and chances they have, but they were unable to make those chances count, and they suffer for it in the second half. And of course, it was still staying with Liverpool. Mohamed Salah and Roberto Firmino, they scored that fantastic 2 goals to make sure that Jurgen Klopp's side had come into the quarterfinal for the second leg, leading 3-3, but was torn when Gabriel Jesus netted. I think that it was a good one for Liverpool, and then I couldn't say much that it still bring out the argument of whether Pep Guardiola is still the special manager that people thinks he used to be. Since the time he has left Barcelona, he has not actually made a very good impact as far as UEFA Champions League is concerned. When during his stints at Bayern Munich, he didn't do too much. I think he was knocked out at the quarterfinal, and of course now in Manchester City, he has spent a lot of money, knocked out at the quarterfinal again. Let's see what actually people have been able to say that he recorded such a very big history in Europe, because he happened to be the manager of Barcelona at the particular point in time. And then that record Jurgen Klopp has held against Pep Guardiola still continue. It's another defeat for Pep Guardiola. He was beaten again by Jurgen Klopp. And of course, let me take you straight to what happened in Roma in Italy yesterday. Roma, they did the unthinkable by beating Barcelona 3-0. It was 4-4 aggregate, but because of the away goal that the first goal Roma scored and no Camp few weeks ago, make Roma go through. A goal from Edin Dzeko at the 6th minute. De Rossi has scored a penalty, and of course Malona Sosco has scored another one at 82 minutes. The amazing one from this one was that the 2 players who cost Roma, they scored own goal at Camp Nou in the first leg. They're the one that came to the rescue of the team at the second leg. Good one, a very emotional one for AS Roma. Immediately the final whistle was blew yesterday. It was very electrifying in Italy yesterday, and of course a lot of people have. I saw a video of the president of AS Roma jumping in the pool, playing with all the senior officers and the board members of AS Roma. I think it will go down in the history of AS Roma, not beating just any ordinary team, but Barcelona in this instant. And of course, Roma pulled up one of all-time Champions League shock as they beat Barcelona 3-0 in Rome to reach Champions League semi-final on away goals, with Barca 4-1 lead ahead of the aggregate after a comfortable Camp Nou victory in first leg. Roma went all-out attack from the off at the Stadio Olimpico. Roma were all over Barcelona for the first time as the Spanish giant labor both on and off the ball. Of course, it was a bad one for Barcelona yesterday. And of course, still staying with what's happened in Italy, Messi, Iniesta make UEFA Champions League history together. Lionel Messi and Andre Iniesta make history on Tuesday as Pierre became the first player to play 100 Champions League games together. Ernesto Valverde named the pair in a strong starting lineup for the second leg of their quarterfinal clash against Roma at the Stadio Olimpico. Interestingly, Messi and Iniesta beat the record that was previously held by another Barcelona pairing, and that of Carlos Puyol and Xavi Hernandez, who played together 96 times. And Messi and Iniesta have now set the record that may well take a long time to beat. Of course, as far as that one is concerned, of course, still very much with the UEFA Champions League. It's very much with UEFA Champions League. in a build-up to tonight's game, Buffon said, "No regret if this is my last Champions League games." Juventus goalkeeper Gianluigi Buffon has said he will have no regret if Wednesday Champions League quarter-final second leg at Real Madrid proves to be his last game in the competition. Buffon, 40, is set to end his playing career in the summer unless Juve win the Champions League, in which case he wants to play in the Club World Cup. But having lost the first leg at home to Madrid 3-0, Juve need an extraordinary turnaround to stay in the competition. I don't know if this will be my last, but I don't know if it will be my last, said by Captain Gianluigi Buffon. But any professional footballer would aim to make their last Champions League appearance at the Bernabeu against Real Madrid. It means that the guy is speaking in parables. He might be calling it quits. And of course, history awaits Real Madrid. Real Madrid are one step away from writing history in their Champions League if they are able to defend their 3-0 advantage from the first leg in Turin in order to reach the semi-final of the European competition for the 29th time. Los Blancos will play with the utmost respect against Juventus side, who are prepared to give their all on Wednesday in the second leg of the Champions League quarter-final. The Italian side are refusing to throw in the towel, and Massimiliano Allegri believes his team still have a chance. Of course, seeing what happened yesterday night, no managers would have believed that Roma would have defeated Barcelona. Look at Barcelona at the Stadio Olimpico, and of course still very much with the UEFA Champions League as City ready to topple any Madrid in order to get Salah. Manchester City are preparing a world record bid to tempt Liverpool into selling Mohamed Salah this summer, and will go above and beyond what Real Madrid are willing to spend. According to a report, the Egyptian has established himself as one of the world's best players this season after netting a stunning 38 goals in 42 appearances, a form that has brought him to the stage to let people to. Let's go on this very short break, and when we come back, all right, my producer said no time for break now. Maybe we should still continue and see what we have here. Okay, still very much in Champions League. Zidane is saying this. Zidane is saying it's not over. See what happened yesterday night. A lot of managers who thought the second leg will be a pushover for them are having a rethink, because anything can happen as far as football is concerned. Zidane is talking here. Wants Madrid player not to be complacent. Real Madrid coach Zidane won their Champions League tie with Juventus isn't over because he said the teams will never give up. The Spanish champions hold a 3-0 lead from the first leg in Turin, but the Frenchman is warning against any complacency tonight. It's not going to change anything for us, said Zidane in pre-match conference. We know it's a different match that happened in the first leg. We had a good match and a good result, but 50% of the qualification come down to tonight, so that we need to do what we have to do. We have to keep our eyes straight and be focused. Not yet over until it is over. Let me go on this very short break, and when I come back, I move straight with the other news and tell you what's happened at the Commonwealth Games in faraway Australia and Gold Coast. Just stay tuned and stay offside with Olalekan Official. We'll be back.
Baby, very soon you go do me, but I no be tomato, shine your eyes, koro. See the queue, ni biti want it indomie. Now so the beat, on bati wa fair photo me. She know my baby be any to the loto. Don't spark up my liability sherry, why yo? Got me blue, be not too right out. She be tearing at my tie out. Was no big game inside yo. Panda, baby, me what design now. I love for you, no go expire. To lift the body of your chest, now in my desire. Hey, I feel I go love you, tire. I go love you, tire. Love you, tire. My baby, I go love you, tire. I go love you, tire. Love you, tire. Baby, I go love you, tire. I go love you, tire.
Yes, welcome back from that very short break. Let me take you to what's happening far away, Gold Coast, Australia. As far as Commonwealth game is concerned, see how Team Nigeria is doing. The para weightlifting with 4 goals. They claimed 4 goals in that category. It was a big day for Nigeria at the Carrara Sports and Leisure Center, dominating the para-powerlifting competition with a gold medal win in all 4 disciplines. Roland Ezurike claimed the gold in the men's lightweight final with 224.3 points. Fellow Nigerian Paul Kehinde secured silver, and England Ali Jawad picked up the bronze. Esther Onyema won gold in the women lightweight final with a world record score of 141.6 lift at the Carrara Indoor Sports Center. Compatriot Lucy Edike secured silver with 134.1 points, and England Zoe Newson claimed bronze with 106.1 points. Ndidi Nwosu secured gold in the women heavyweight final with a score of 110.4. Liu Sogen of England took silver with 89.2 points. No bronze medal was awarded in the event due to there only being 4 competitors. Abdulaziz Ibrahim rounded out his nation's gold overall in the event, winning the heavyweight final with 191.9 points. Malaysian Yerki June took home silver with 188.7 points, and Idian Shakin Chaduri claimed bronze with 181.0. And of course, Quadri set for final appearance. Yes, Nigerian top rank table tennis Quadri will feature for the first time at the 2018 Gold Coast Commonwealth in Australia when he take part in the men's double round of 32 on Wednesday, that is today. According to the report, Quadri, who missed out on the men's team event due to illness, will partner 48 years old Segun Toriola in the double event against Tomlinson Simon and Watson Kane from Jamaica. Quadri and Toriola are expected to know their opponents in the men's single round of 64 event on Wednesday, that is today, after they drew by the early stages. Also, the pair of Abiodun Bode and Olajide Omotayo will face the duo of Khawaja Fahaz and Rahim Mohammed from Pakistan in another men's double round of 32 class. In the men TT6 to 10 singles group 2, Temitope Ogunsanya, who lost in the 3 straight set to Tiokoge from South Africa, will face Baraka Misharaki from Australia in a bid to redeem itself. We cannot but wish out all our tennis contingent to make sure they bring in make that one card. At least a gold or silver or bronze will be good for that one. Yes, Igali, our wrestler, won't fail to win medals. Olympic gold medalist Daniel Igali assured that Nigerian wrestlers to the ongoing 2018 Commonwealth Games in Gold Coast, Australia, will not disappoint. According to the report made available to the news, Nigerian wrestlers were already in Australia will begin their medals out on April 12th as the event ends 2 days after. According to the president of the Nigerian Wrestling Federation, each of the wrestlers is a potential medalist considering a ranking 12, and then they expect them that Igala said believe that all the athletes that have gone to represent Nigeria at the Commonwealth Games from wrestling are ranked in the top 5 at Commonwealth. The assumption therefore is that any other given day on a good day, each of them should be able to win medals. Let's wish them well in that one. And of course, Ajayi down to dream as he take part in the women 400 meters final. Yinka Ajayi faces a tough act to follow. She is aiming to become the second Nigerian woman after Fatima Yusuf to win the 400 meter gold at the game. Yusuf won the full lap gold as a junior international in 1990 in Auckland 2 years after she failed to make the podium at the IAAF World Champion in Ontario, Canada last year. Ajayi also failed to move beyond the semi-final at the IAAF World in London, and he could use this as the experience in London to propel her to an unlikely gold medal in Australia. The Nigerian ran 51.81 seconds to make this afternoon final at the Carrara Stadium. Let's wish Yinka Ajayi a very good luck in that one. Of course, as I told you, there's going to be a boxing event going to take place Saturday, April 14, 2018. That's this Saturday, and we're going to see 7 bouts. But The one that's caught my attention will be the one from Wahid Skoro Usman from Nigeria will be taking off Michael Inyade from Kenya, and of course the same thing. Really one babyface Babatunde will be taking on Joe Bazil from Benin Republic through international fight. It's going to take place at the Indo Sport Hall of the National Stadium. Gate open 3:30 p.m. and ticket is regular 500 and VIP is 1,500. The event is supported, brought to you by Go TV and signed by the Nigerian Boxing Federations. Let me see if I can lay my hands on one or two stories as far as the Super Eagles is concerned. Yes, Super Eagles defender through Ekong and Shehu to get new contract. The Super Eagles through Williams took Ekong and Shehu Abdullahi and Mikel Agulu will now play under a new coach at Turkish club Bursaspor after the club announced the sacking of the head coach Paul Higuain on Tuesday. That was yesterday. That Paul Higuain, if you could remember, the same Paul Higuain was the one that was approached to take, who rejected the job of coaching Nigerian Super Eagles during the World Cup qualification, but rejected the job, and then thank God for Genetro taking up that job, and he has done wonderful work with the team. This is how far we'll go today. Until the next time, we'll come your way on with the new package of Offside with Olalekan Official. Until next time I come your way, thank you and God bless you. Still very much acting within the range, scope, boundary jurisdiction. Come alive, get on board on this sporting platform. Join me on Offside with Olalekan Official. On Offside, we give it to you the way you want it. We take it deep, we even go more deeper. We bring you the action, the excitement, where it's going down and how it went down. Join me on this super dial as I take you around the world of sports. For sponsorship and advert, you can call 070 35 41 51 92. Stay on Offside the smart way.